Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor for me to stand here. I would like to share my personal memories of the birth of the youngest faculty of the oldest university in Hungary, of the birth of our faculty, of the Faculty of Information Technology and Bionics, and its beginnings. It has been 10 years since Tamás Roska is not with us, and it's still hard to believe. It is as if the man, the scientist, who inspired generations of young people towards world-class research work, were still among us. More than 25 years ago, Cardinal Peter Erdő, then as rector of our university, asked him to organize and create a new information technology faculty. And he had the courage to dream big. He was convinced that today's, as you have already heard today, I think the most important things will be repeated, that new technological challenges as increasing chip complexity, cheap microprocessors, mobile telecommunications, sensor revolution, nanotechnology, place new demands on education as well. We need new paths in IT, different ways of thinking, and professionals with multidisciplinary approach are needed. We need, as you already heard, a human-centered information technology. We have to investigate the relationship between information technology and living nature. Let's see how it works. Let's try to make it happen. Do you remember? He was given a free hand by the Cardinal. Thus, Tamás Roska, as the founding dean of our faculty, designed a world-class course where human-centered information technology is taught in close cooperation with research. His faith, his enthusiasm attracted us, whom he called helpers. Let me flash, without being exhaustive, those who helped to achieve this from the very beginning. Some, unfortunately, are no longer with us. Joseph Hámori, or the co-founder of our doctoral school, Árpád and Ildikó Csurgai. You have heard them just now. Tamás Freund, Gábor Prószéki, András Falus, Péter Závoszki, Ferenc Kovács, György Takács, György Karmos, Péter Szolgai, Ágnes Bércesné Kovács, Novák. And last but not least, the background team. Márta Szomolányi, the one-person dean's office, Irén Filip, our financial manager, Miklós Pásztor, the IT manager, the Sacré-Cœur sister, Szujovszki Hajnalka, as study department. All of us were touched by the humble, selfless work of Tamás, his commitment, and the unconditional trust, which he turned to us. I am grateful to have been involved in this beautiful intellectual adventure, because it was an adventure too, from the beginning. This is how our Faculty of Information Technology was born. Education started in 2001. We started from nowhere. Teaching took place in rented rooms. A nicely restored basement was the study department, the dean's office, the office of the student council, and we were looking for a place where our home could be built. How quickly this dream came into truth, from the prototype, through the construction, to the finished building. By 2004, the first educational part of the modern new building in Prater Street has already been built, and by 2006 the research wing was also completed. At that time, another adventure started too. After the BSc and MSc training in engineering informatics, for the bachelor program in molecular bionics, the master's program in infobionics, and in medical biotechnology were launched in cooperation with Semmelweis University. And as you have heard already 3 times at least, the motto, but I think it's one of the most important things, that the motto of our faculty, Fides et Ratio, was also chosen by Tamás. This is the title of one of Pope John Paul II's encyclicals. The opening sentence is, "Faith and reason are like 2 wings on which the human spirit rises to the contemplation of truth." The goal of creating professionally world-class training was inseparable from creating a home both humanly and communally. We felt that John Paul II's message about the task of the Catholic University was also addressed to us. By vocation, the Universitatis Magistrorum et Scholarium is dedicated to research, to teaching, and to the education of students who freely associate with their teachers in a common love of knowledge. And in this mission, special emphasis was placed on the fact that we want to achieve this together with the students. Tamás introduced the practice of offering the opportunity for personal conversation to all students in the 2nd semester. I was happy to continue this as well. I'm convinced that the fact that the students saw that we were interested in their opinions, their lives, their difficulties, and their plans meant a lot in creating an atmosphere of trust. The students felt that everyone at the faculty works for them. They themselves took responsibility for their peers, initiated the creation of the animator community, organized freshman days and freshman camps. The senior year students still help young people professionally and personally. Marriages have been established, families have been formed, and while they have achieved many successes in various areas of life, they still consider the support of the faculty to be a matter of their heart. It's no coincidence that Tamás resonated particularly with the invitation of the Cardinal. The challenge of establishing a scientific university, a research university faculty, touched him very deeply. At the same time, the greatest value for him was the spiritual renewal. As he emphasized at the 10th anniversary celebration, which is still very relevant today, that the greatest treasures of a faculty are not the beautiful walls, the state-of-the-art instruments, but the atmosphere and way of life that is formed inside. In a country with signs of economic and social crisis, like a glass of water in a desert, we need intellectual cooperation and the engaging practice of tried and tested 2,000-year-old virtues, the pursuit of excellence in use on both intellectual and moral level. He always supported young talents to reach their full potential. His activities go far beyond his professional field and are an inspiration and role model, as we already heard, for us. It is in this spirit that we read his message to young people, which is still relevant today, 10 years after his death. You are the hopes of your family and of the great community of this nation. The successful researchers, inventors, teachers, and responsible managers of future are sitting here among you. The appreciation and support of family, knowledge, true art, and noble moral values are the cornerstones of your prosperity and the rise of the country. I wish you success. The Marshal's baton is in your pocket. Do you remember? The Marshal's baton. This faculty is his spiritual child, and I am very happy that today the young generation of educators and researchers he brought up are carrying on the baton. The sown seed has blossomed and yielded a beautiful harvest. Thank you for your attention.